Have you ever felt like you're invisible? Like the world has gone on without you, leaving you standing still, unheard, unseen, and maybe even forgotten? It's a quiet ache that hums beneath the noise of every day. You go to bed holding it close, wondering if anyone, anywhere, even remembers you. I want you to sit with that for just a moment, because it's real, and you're not alone. There was a time, long ago, when a man named Joseph knew this ache all too well, sold by the very brothers who should have loved him, thrown into a pit, and later imprisoned for doing what was right. Joseph felt every inch of being forgotten. The prison walls weren't just stone and cold. They were the heavy weight of isolation. His dreams waited in the dark, buried under setbacks and silenced hope. If you've ever felt sidelined by life, like your prayers echo back unanswered, or your heart cries out in the silence, you see a reflection of that in Joseph's story. He sat there, forgotten by people, but not by God. And that mattered. "My times are in your hands," Joseph could have whispered after every harsh day. The truth did not come from his circumstances, but from a place deeper, a whisper that life is not a random tumble of despair. It's hand shaped by a presence that remembers you even when no one else does. Psalm 94:14 says, "For the Lord will not abandon his people. He will never forsake his inheritance." Maybe that's exactly the thing you need to hear right now. Not just as a verse you read in passing, but as a lifeline tossed toward you while you're clutching the sinking weight of loneliness. You, sitting there, know that feeling of being tossed aside. Maybe it's in a crowded room filled with conversations and laughter, but you feel like a shadow cast on the wall. Maybe you've lost connections that once felt sacred, or your heart has folded in upon itself, convinced no one cares enough to reach back. You question, am I even remembered by God? The gospel shows us something else. It shows us a God who carries memories of you like precious jewels. Think of the shepherd in the parable, leaving the 99 sheep to search for the one lost lamb. The one thought forgotten, the one no one else bothered to look for. This sheep was Jesus' heartbeat. That's you. There is no place you slip beyond his reach. I know the loneliness you carry doesn't vanish with a quick fix or a clever thought. It's thick and stubborn, like fog over a weary town, dulling colors and hope. But here's the thing. Loneliness isn't the truth of who you are. It's the shadow that falls when we can't see the light clearly. In these moments, pause and imagine a sunrise cracking open a sky that's been gray for seasons. The light doesn't ask if you're ready. It just arrives, steady and sure. God's remembrance is that sunrise. It comes not because your circumstances cheer it on, but because that's who he is. Even Jesus felt the sting of feeling alone. On the night of his deepest trial, the Garden of Gethsemane, he said, "My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death." The weight of what was coming pressed so hard on him. His closest friends slept where they should have stayed awake to share the burden. That moment could have been the loneliest. Yet through it he stepped forward, carrying the memory that his purpose was held tightly by the Father's hand, not forgotten or abandoned. So when your heart rebels against the silence, when nights seem colder and the distance wider, remember this: you are held in the same hands that lifted Jesus. The one who knows what it feels like to be utterly alone is your companion in every dark hour. I want you to feel that beside you now, the warmth of a presence that doesn't leave or forget. Close your eyes and breathe in the fact that your worth isn't measured by how many people notice you today, or even tomorrow. It's measured by a love that never loses sight. And that, dear friend, is where hope grows. Like seeds hidden beneath rough, hard, cracked earth, even when you can't see any sign of life, something is happening beneath the surface. Your heart is not a barren field, but a garden waiting for spring. It's in the quiet moments, the whispers of your soul, where God's remembrance softens the ground. I'm not here to tell you life instantly changes. Pain doesn't evaporate overnight. But I want you to hold on to this truth. You are not forgotten. Not by your father. Not by the one who counts every tear and calls you beloved. You exist in a story far greater than the lonely chapters you're living right now. If you're feeling like Joseph did in prison or like the shepherd searching through the night, know this. Your story is still being written. The pen is held by the one who remembers every whisper of your heart. Would you share one word below, one thing you're praying for today? It could be hope, peace, courage, connection, or simply grace. Let's hold these things together in this community, where no one is forgotten or alone. And if you want to lean into this space a little longer, subscribe for more moments like this, quiet encouragement wrapped in truth and warmth. Tonight may you rest like the dawn that follows the darkest night, certain you are seen, remembered, and deeply loved.